Hello and welcome to the KNG Network Nicholas County Sports Coaches Show, brought to you by Webb Tire and Service in Judy. My name is Philip Smith, and I'm here with Athletic Director and High School Football Coach Robert Hopkins. How you doing today, Coach?
I'm doing good.
Thanks for meeting with us today, especially before the big season opener against Lewis County. Nicholas County recently dropped a 17-0 in the Gritterama against East Carter at East Carter, doing so without starting Caleb Pope. What do you think we as a team actually brought from the scrimmage?
Well, anytime you go into scrimmage, that 17-0, to me, a score doesn't matter in the scrimmage. I don't even know why they have the scoreboard on. I guess to satisfy the fans and maybe the parents in the stands. But to me, I don't go into a scrimmage looking at the score. I go in to see what's going to work, what's not going to work, who's going to play hard, who's going to get after it, and try to see, what executions that we need to improve on. And, Caleb didn't play in the scrimmage. He broke his hand down in Campbellsville at football camp. And so we decided just to hold him off for another week. And hopefully, he's been practicing this week. Hopefully he gets good news from the trainers, I think, today. And hopefully they tell him that he's good to go for Friday. But if he's not, then we've got plan B in place, and we'll have to go with that. But, yes, we didn't get to do a lot of things in the scrimmage because Caleb wasn't in there. But also we didn't want to do a lot of things in the scrimmage to show Lewis County, our season opener opponent, what we're capable of doing. So the scrimmage, I got out of what I wanted out of the scrimmage, even though we lost 17-0 by the scoreboard. I thought we done some good things. Thought we done some bad things. And that's why we went to the drawing board this week, and we've been working on those things.
It looked like the offense struggled a little bit, but overall did a lot of good things. So
we didn't know that Caleb wasn't going to play in the scrimmage until Thursday morning. And then we had a kid that we've been trying to implement into our offensive scheme because he had very good hands as a receiver and so forth, and a running back. He wound up quitting on us on Thursday night. I guess he realized that football is a little bit more.
A lot of commitment. So
yeah, it's more of a commitment than he probably wanted to give. We wish that young man well, but he left us in a hole. And so, actually, Friday night up there while we was warming up, we were putting in an offense with guys that wasn't getting the regular snaps on a regular basis.
Sure. I will ask you this because I know you like to take one game at a time, but after the opener and everything, how do you see the season after seeing them play so far?
Well, Saturday, or Friday, we got to watch Raceland and Lewis County in front of us. Both of them were two opponents. Then I went Saturday. Coach Letcher and I, we're big football junkies, so we didn't have nothing else to do. And so we went up to West Carter on Saturday and watched Bath County and Fairview and Fleming County and West Carter scrimmage. So, we got to see 6 of our opponents of the year. Everybody's improved on our schedule. I'd like to think that we have improved in certain areas too. We're still a young team, especially on the defensive side of the ball. We got starting return starters of Austin Allison, John Lee Allison, Caleb Pope, and Devin Johnson. Everybody else that's on the defensive side of the ball is new. Not to say that some of them didn't get some experience last year, but it wasn't on a regular basis. So, going into the season, we know defense is where our question mark is. And even though in the scrimmage of the night Caleb didn't play, offense was very, very rugged. Everything's going to go through Caleb Pope. He's got the skills to be one of the top backs in the state. As far as the physical skills, what's going to keep him from being one of the top backs in the state is probably going to be his mental skills. He's got to learn to be able to carry the ball 30 to 35 times a game, and Caleb's never carried it no more than 23 in the game. So, a little bit of the mental toughness he's going to have to improve on. But as the season goes, it's going to be a competitive schedule, guys. There's no team on our schedule that you can look at and says, well, it's a definite W. We're going to have to work Monday through Thursday. We're going to have to work our tails off just to give ourselves a chance to win on Friday.
Now your numbers are your numbers went down since last year. I wouldn't say they're dwindling, but they went down, and a lot of players have to play both sides of the ball. Has that changed? I know a lot of preseason conditioning is going to be there that's in place right now, but how's that going to change?
Well, Yeah, our numbers was way down. The numbers was even down last year. I mean, we started the season out with 37 last year and wound up going to Williamsburg in the playoffs with 23. But we lost 4 or 5 kids last year to season-ending injuries. You know, the past 7 years, we have held high 40s and 50s. We're just in a, it's Class A ball. We're in a downward spiral. We're going to have low numbers for the next few years. Then it'll pick back up again.
Now I know we're going against Lewis County. So in the past you've had good experience in Lewis County, a lot of success there. What do you know about them this year? Do they expect to perform better than last year, or do you think that we're going to just take them down?
Nicholas County and Lewis have played football since back in the 70s, off and on. It's not what you call a Paris game that you play every year, or a Raceland or a Fairview. So Nicholas County and Lewis is very familiar with each other on the gridiron. Last year we was able to go play Lewis County, and we came away with a victory. But there's one thing that you can look at, and you can go back and look at all the game summaries of the Lewis and Nicholas County games. It's a knockout, drag-out fest. They're like us. They're not equipped with a lot of great athletes. We're not either. So, both teams like that smash mouth football and that hard, aggressive defense. So, usually it's the team that makes the fewest mistakes, either on special teams or don't turn it over on offense, that comes away with the victory. And, watching them other night, same old Lewis County. I'm sure Coach Hughes and them over there saying the same thing about us. Same old Nicholas County. They're going to line up. They're going to come right at us. They're going to try to do their little bubble screens. Defensively, they're just going to peel their ears back and come.
What do you see? What do you see as the biggest improvement on the field this year, going into the first game?
Oh, biggest improvement. From last year and years in the past, I don't see any improvement yet. You're going to ask me a question, I'm going to be honest with you.
It's a little early.
Yeah, it's early. So one thing that I think we've got pretty good team chemistry. As improvement goes, that's something that you look at week in and week out. It's way too early. The season hadn't even started. So it's hard for me to sit here and say what improvement do we have from last year when I really don't know.
And going forward, do you see it to be a good year?
Well, any coach that goes into the season, or any player wants to go in there and think it's going to be a good year, and we hope it does. The schedule's there for us. It's going to be a very competitive schedule. But if we learn to do what we're supposed to do and we have injury-free football, then we can give ourselves a chance to win every game we play. We're going to be competitive in every game. We were last year. Even though we finished 6-4, we played a top 10 schedule. We lost to the number 3, number 4, number 7 team in the state, and number 12 AAA team in the state last year. Then we turned around and lose to Williamsburg, ranked in the top 10 at the end of the year. So, and we were right there in every ball game, and we feel that we are this year. But, when you're in Class A ball and your numbers is like ours, you got to have a little lady luck on your side. So I hope she's dancing around somewhere.
I'd like to go ahead and thank you again for being on the show today, Coach. I'd also like to thank our sponsors. We're being sponsored today by Webb's Tire and Service in Judy, the Johnson Mathers Nursing Home here in Carlisle, and Nick Pope Insurance in Paris. If you'd like to listen to this or any other coaches shows that we cover, or any high school sports in the area, you can always catch us at kngnetwork.com. And for all the up-to-date news, KentuckyNewsGroup.com. Thank you and have a nice day.